Hello and welcome. Thank you guys for being here. I want to welcome all the new subscribers. You guys are awesome. Welcome aboard. And for those of you who have been rocking with me for a while, all of you guys are greatly appreciated. Doing a collective reading here. Now, keep in mind, these do narrow down to be quite specific. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right. And remember, this may be for someone you know, so it may not be for you, but someone you know could use it, so be sure to share it with them. And if it does resonate with you in any way, hit that like button. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, all right? Let me just infuse the cards with love, truth, and authenticity as Most High, I am grateful for your divine help and protection during this time. Please give my angel guides the help they need to reveal what has been created in this moment. All right. I always got to call on your help, girl. And guys. All right. You got to call on your help, infusing the cards with love, truth, and authenticity. What would you have 1, 100, 1,000 to know during this time? Or more. 1, 100, 1,000 or more. The energy has been cleared. All the decks have been shuffled. All right. Okay. So we're dealing with a lot of self-limiting beliefs and procrastination, lack of direction, okay? Seeking a new spiritual path here. But something has been creating conflict with this Page of Wands reversed. It's like you're trying to form a new idea of what you actually believe, what you know to be true. Okay. But then in comes the Ten of Swords reversed to say that it can't get any worse. It's only up from here, all right? It's time for regeneration, which is backed up by the Six of Swords reversed, which means it's time for the Seven of Swords, Six of Swords reversed, which means it's time for a personal transition, okay? And no more resistance to change. It's time to handle unfinished business, all right? And release emotional I'm just stuttering today. Release emotional damage, okay? And this comes right, the Seven of Pentacles comes right behind this. But it's reversed as well. So there's been a lack of long-term vision because there's been limited success and a lot of work without efforts and a lot of distractions, right? Which goes back to this Page of Wands, this Page of Wands reversed. But what I'm seeing here, with here comes another Page of Swords, another page. What I'm seeing here is that you're a young person, okay? Possibly in, under 30 or in your early 30s and below, okay? So 35, at least 35 or less. You're a young person, so if you're in your 20s, you just really haven't had time to develop the kind of vision that you need. So you're actually being hard on yourself, especially with this emperor energy in your life. It's possibly a father figure or some kind of mentor or boss or someone in your life who is kind of controlling and domineering, okay? Very rigid and stern, almost tyrannical, all right? And it's as if it leads to a lot of disappointment. And, you feel emotionally abandoned by this person. So you have been, withdrawing and going into escapism here, all right? There's a lot of wishful thinking, searching for purpose and daydreaming, hoping for something different here. But you're looking to walk away from this, okay? You're looking for something new by way of finding your own path. It's as if you're sick of this, and I can understand why. Because there's been a lot of delays. You know, your energy has been low, your motivation, your passion. You just feel weighed down and particularly bored, you know, with how things are going. It's really, really time for a change. But you're ready to leave this all behind with this Eight of Cups here. And then, you know, the Knight of Wands reversed. There's a lot of anger and scattered energy, and here's delays again. Just very frustrated. I can actually sense that, you know, you're just over it, okay? Very lonely, and again, very withdrawn, okay? Just feel like you've lost your way here. This has been really hard for you, okay? And it looks like as well with this Seven of Swords upright that there has been some betrayal, okay? Some trickery and deception. So you've been catching it from all angles here. Yeah. Now you've had the Ace of Wands reversed. Now here's the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So you've missed out on some opportunities, it looks like, again, due to the lack of planning, lack of foresight. But that is I'm seeing that's really just your youth, okay? That's just your youth coming to bear, and then having to try and please this reversed Emperor energy here. And then there's a lot of tradition with this Hierophant card that you're having to, you know, you're having to kind of conform and not really be free. You have a lot of Page energy, Page and Knight energy, but, you know, which is just youth, inner youth, and you know, wanting to explore and needing, you know, to understand life in a better way. You know, your inner child with this Sun card reversed is just suppressed, just feeling down, negative. A lot of inner turmoil. Wow. Yeah. It's as if you're reaching out. And this is why there's so much trouble here. The Star card. You're not meant to be suppressed. You're a star. Okay? You're someone who is full of purpose and renewal and spiritual fortune, and you know, you have a rejuvenating spirit. You provide people and you provide others with just light and, you know, just something to see, you know, a beautiful spectacle. All right. Yeah, but here again, the moon is reversed right behind the star, right up against the sun reversed. It's as if the universe is letting you know, like, you're getting hints that you're a star. You're getting hints that you're meant to shine. You're getting hints that you're not meant to strictly conform, okay? But you're suppressing your inner light. This moon card reversed, this sun card reversed. There's a lot of inner confusion about who you are and where you're supposed to be. But then here comes the Magician upright, sweetheart. You are not meant to not be great, okay? It's time for inspired action and creativity, okay? Your self-confidence has to rise. This message is coming to bring you clarity. It's time to gain willpower, okay? And tap into skills and creativity that you may not have tapped into before, or things that you've always been interested in. And, you know, just really, you know, start to explore who you are as a person. All right. There's a lot of self-protection here due to possessiveness and this Emperor energy, you know. And I'm seeing some stinginess, like you're not being, it's like they're just giving you just enough to survive if they're helping you financially. If not, they're just, just withholding in a lot of ways. They're withholding with encouragement, withholding, monetarily, yeah, because here comes the devil card. Lots of restriction, attachment. So that's been the idea, like to keep you attached so that you'll stay conforming, okay? Because what I'm hearing is, they don't want you to embarrass them. They don't want you to even outshine them. And because they are not happy with who they are, there's possibly some addiction with that person as well. Lots of destructive behavior. Okay, so you can't look to them for an example, and you can't hold on to the life that was created for you, okay, within that dynamic. It's time for this Four of Wands energy to come to full bear, okay? And that's a celebration of life and beautiful community. You've got to get around other stars, right? You've got to get around other people who are, seeking to know themselves as well as you are, and to tap into their creativity or their skills and their gifts in ways that, the average person may not think of or may not think is okay. Let me tilt this down so that you can see your cards. All right, so this is what we have going on. Let's see, what is that? Oh, let me move that out the way. All right, so this is what you have going on here. And I am going to go to the oracles now so that we can see what is being said on their end. But you are definitely a star. You definitely have magician energy. You even have sun energy. It's just reversed at this time, right? The positivity and the happiness, okay? The vitality. You're very fun and a very warm person in your natural state, which is why you can be a star, okay? Very personable, someone that people can really connect to, all right? But yeah, the mirror card comes in to say that you have been mirroring this Emperor energy too much, okay? It's time to go within and heal those inner wounds, just as this reverse sun is saying. It's time for self-reflection and introspection. This Hermit card reverse says you've been isolating, but you haven't been soul searching in a way that is going to be helpful to you. So the Mirror card is coming to say it's time to introspect. It's time to go deep into yourself. See who you are, decide what you want, and become okay with that. All right? And then to act with courage and with faith. You have great spiritual energy as well with this moon energy here. Even though it's reversed right now, you do have great spiritual energy. Now you have the poker face card coming in reverse. So it's now time to... you've had your game face on all this time, and you just haven't been taking risks, okay? But it's time to, like, really, the only thing you've been doing is just kind of hiding from this Emperor energy here, okay? And it's caused your Phoenix rising to be in reverse, okay? You haven't been able to move past this phase, all right? So it's time for unconditional love of self, all right? It's time for fairness in love, It's time for you to be around people who will give you affection, and your affections will be returned because, you have that type of energy within you, all right? But then here comes the Ship card to say it's time to cut ties, all right, to get what you need to move on. It's just time, just like with this Six of Swords here. And this is not coming as a shock to you. This is not news to you. You know it's time for a transformation, all right? So yeah, there is no need for looking back. No need for hanging on to old memories here. All right. No need for any of that, because your star power, if you just put in the effort and put in the work with faith, okay, you've just been cursed with a negative mind. This is a generational curse here that has to be broken by you letting your light shine. Okay. This is all these cards keep trying to jump, but I'm gonna wait till they jump all the way. Okay. Yeah, it's time for chasing your dreams, chasing excitement but in a positive way, all right? Learning to have a good time. When is the last time you actually like laughed from your belly, like laughed till you cried? I actually did that today. I saw a video that had me like literally rolling on the floor crying and laughing. Okay? But you don't have to worry about feeling abandoned, okay? And out in the cold if you walk away. There will be a community to embrace you, as we saw with that Four of Wands, okay? You will not be alone. You will not be, out in the cold. Just whatever you do, wherever you go, make sure your light is on, and do not block your emotions. Like, you have to really tap into that, because you're in a heart fog right now. You've had to have your poker face on for the longest time, masking your emotions. And so, it is time for forgiveness, all right? You can forgive people and they can be sorry, but you don't have to be in their orbit just because they're sorry and just because you forgive them. You can forgive and walk away and just be happy, okay? This is divine masculine. Well, this is masculine energy that's reversed here. So your divine masculine energy, we all have both, okay? So if you are male and this is divine masculine energy is reversed, then that means you are not walking truly in your masculinity in the way that serves you best and, shows you how to just stand up in your power and in your truth. If you are female and this card is reversed, then what it's saying is the same thing. Masculinity stands up in its power and in its truth. It looks out for itself. It makes sure that, things are in proper order. All right. So this is the commitment card. It's saying, possible marriage and promises and fidelity. But what I'm getting is it's time to keep promises to yourself, because this is coming right after the divine masculine in reverse. So this is another way that you help yourself, is by learning to keep your promises to yourself, okay? That is one of the main things, all right? Whatever you imagine can come true for you if you are in this state of light, if you keep your light on, okay? Yeah, this is your final straw. You're at the end of this, which is why this reading came for you. Okay, you're just at the limit. You can't take no more of this. So this is what you needed to know. All right. There is no more need to be conflicted about what is happening. And with this moon card in reverse, this card also is saying that your intuition has been in reverse. So it's time to tap into your inner knowing. Everything that would give you power, everything that would give you strength, everything that would give you courage, everything that would give you faith, all of these things are what you need to work toward. And, your health, your sleep, your rest, finding your voice, tapping into your creativity, moving forward, looking for a long-term plan, and executing it step by step, not being overwhelmed with the outcome, but just each step one at a time, because the outcome will take care of itself if you're just making the moves, okay? So, I do hope this reading has blessed you. Remember, I am trying to get back into the algorithm after being shadow banned. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Share it with other people who you know can use it. All right. And just continue to tune in and just, you know, keep the vibes coming. I love doing this, and it just makes me so happy. Remember, I do offer personal readings. That link is in the description box. If you'd like to support the channel, there is a link to buy me a coffee, just a way to make a donation. And then I also offer a membership. All of those links are in the description box as well. Okay, so I do again hope that this blessed you. I know that you're going to do well because you are a star, okay? And until next time, I am Jua, and you have been read.